Hello there. Today I have been looking through the books of some of my clients. I've been chatting with some of the people that work with me, and the conversation of what you can expense in your business has come up a couple times. And this is something that keeps coming up, certainly when I speak with small business owners. And it's one of those tricky things to know what can you write off on your taxes, because a lot of times it's a judgment call. There are a lot of guidelines that the CRA provides. I've linked to them in the description of this video, so you can go and see exactly what the CRA is saying. But every industry has different rules, and it's a judgment call a lot of times. And I think the basic overview of this, or the basic guideline here, is, did you require this expense for your business? And if you're trying to convince somebody that you needed this expense, it's probably not deductible. So some of the ones that I've seen that are not deductible are, like I've seen a virtual reality headset try and be expensed through a company. And I've seen somebody expense a date with their wife. They tried to say that it was team building. She does not work for the company. I have seen clothing. That's a big one, actually. You cannot expense clothing in your company unless it's specific to your work. And by specific to your work, I mean it needs to be like protective gear, basically, or something that you only ever wear at work. So like scrubs if you're a nurse. Although if you're a nurse, you're probably an employee, but that kind of thing. If you're wearing, if you're buying like business suits or something like that, that's not deductible. It's how you choose to show up at work. There was a case a little while ago where the CRA won against a woman who was saying, well, no, I need these dresses for court, basically. So if you are trying to convince somebody that you do need this, then it's probably not deductible. And the tricky part about this is that in some industries or in some businesses, it would be, right? So like a VR set, if you are creating VR games, then yeah, that's a business expense because you need the system that you're creating the games for. But, if you're selling, I don't know, like fire extinguishers or something like that, then no, a VR headset is not relevant for your business, so you can't expense that kind of thing. I think the idea here, or I don't know how to say this, but you want to obviously expense as much as you can because you want to pay the least amount of taxes that you can. And you want to push that limit like right up to the point of, you're paying as little tax as possible. But you don't want to push it so far that you risk triggering the CRA coming back, or you don't want to risk, if the CRA does review, that they throw out a bunch of your expenses. If they throw out one or two, it's not a big deal. You have a chance to chat with the auditor and explain, and people make mistakes, and that's fine. But if you're expensing a bunch of things that aren't relevant or that aren't allowed, then the auditor is not going to be very lenient with you. So it's worth it to try and be as above board as possible on this stuff, and not trying to expense like dog food for your dog that just hangs out with you as you work at your house. That's definitely not deductible. If you have any questions about this, let me know in the comments. I know there's going to be tons of questions just about like what you can deduct, because again, in every business is unique, and so every business has different things that they can deduct on their taxes. So I have left a link to the CRA in the description, but if you have any questions about this, let me know in the comments, and I'm happy to chat with you about them. Don't forget, maybe this is an announcement that you didn't know about, but I have a new program that I've just launched yesterday. So if you're struggling with this kind of thing, you have no idea what You can write off on your taxes how to even like do your bookkeeping, or maybe even what bookkeeping is. Like, who knows? If nobody's ever told you, you wouldn't know that kind of thing. Book a discovery call with me, and we'll just chat about what it is that you need, and we'll set you up with a 6-month training program. Basically, you and I will just train one-on-one, and I'll show you exactly what you need to know for your business on the finance side. I'm super excited about it, and I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you tomorrow.